Honestly, I don't know how long I have to stand here before the Zerg gives me a high five. I mean, I visit him every week for the past 4 years, except for a few occasions, and he won't even give me a high five. Welcome to the video, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Dychronic. In this Destiny 2 video, I'm going to show you where the Zerg is for December 14th, 2015. Just go head over to Io, which is a planet, head over to the Giant Scar, and travel over to the cave. That is right here. Entrance is right outside here. I'm loving these new emotes. I'm trying to high-five everybody. The enemies in Crucible, in Gambit, in just friendlies in the tower. I love it. But anyways, we're going to be showing you what the Zerg has, what he's doing. Also, you can finally give him his cookie. If you've made some Zerg cookies or whatnot, you can actually give him his cookie. And I made one for him, and he now has one. So I'm able to give it for the Triumph, which I just got. And I believe I'll get my emblem. Real quick, I just want to go get the emblem. Alright. Now I get to have the emblem, which is this emblem right here. I finished 3 of them, and now I got it. Yeah! Anyways, let's go ahead and get started with the things from the Zerg. Again, no Forsaken things. I'm still extremely disappointed in that fact. I don't know when he's going to sell Forsaken. But anyways, let's go ahead and get on with it. I just want to point out that I am at 649.9 as my level. Hold on. 649.9. I don't understand how I could be... I cannot be any closer because this is the only item I need, and it's so damn close. It's... Anyways, this is Zerg. Anyways, sweet business. It's a minigun. Large magazine, increased hipfire accuracy, thing called business time. It's actually a really fun sounding weapon. When the game first came out, everybody was all about it, and it was all about that business. But after a while, we started to realize that, well, this weapon does not have very good DPS. As a weapon that should be like the DPS, should be all about you spin it up and you do incredible damage. It doesn't do more damage than a hand cannon does as DPS, even at full spin, which is extremely disappointing. So it goes anywhere from 360 RPM to like some thousands of RPM, I forget what it is. Either way, it doesn't do enough. I really think they ought to take a look at this weapon because it has no place. It's not good at any particular job. It's not good against small ads, it's not good against big ads, it's not good against bosses. It's either way. I still think it's a fun weapon. It just doesn't do great DPS. It's a little disappointing. Next up, the Orpheus rig, probably one of the best hunter exotics, definitely the best hunter exotic for the tether class. Basically, anytime anybody gets trapped in your tether, you get super energy for the value of those enemies. So lots of small enemies will give you a small amount of energy for each one of them. Bigger enemies with like yellow health will give you more energy back. Overall, you can get pretty much infinite supers if you keep tethering big groups of enemies or groups of very powerful enemies. It's a very, very powerful exotic. If you're using tether without it, you are doing it wrong. This is amazing, and I highly recommend it. And on top of that, it also provides deadfall anchors, which I assume is the one where it kind of hangs around and waits as like a trap waiting for an enemy to come by, which means that it can last a little bit longer in case you miss, and any enemies that come by will automatically be trapped and tethered with it. And also, apparently, Mobius Quiver has more shots, so it actually has use in the Mobius Quiver one, which is the one that does not get the super energy back, and you can shoot multiple times. As far as the roll goes, I would say switching for the hand cannon is pretty nice. Reduces melee cooldown using class ability, might be decent, and then special ammo finder is also pretty decent. I would say as a good roll, I would say this is a pretty above average roll, and I would recommend it. Next up is one of my favorite exotics for the Titan. It was my #1 exotic before, I think, in Warmind and before Forsaken, and this thing is just amazing. Basically, everything charges at twice the speed. Well, actually, your melee and your grenade charges at twice the speed when you have your super full. So if you're playing certain things like the raid where you need your super for very specific circumstances, this is an amazing exotic for you because you'll be able to have twice the grenades and twice the hammer strikes, which is amazing, extremely useful, extremely powerful. And you know, I don't use my super very often, only really need to use it when I'm needing to survive or I need to do an absolute dump on a bunch of enemies. Especially in the raid, you're gonna have so many supers anyways, your teams are gonna give you tethers, you might as well have something that's improving you the entire time you have your super. As far as the roll goes, it's not a terrific roll, however, you know, you're able to have unflinching kinetic aim is probably going to be the best one for you, and special ammo finder, which for chests is pretty much the best that you can do. And the final one, Claws of Ahamkara, probably lackluster Warlock exotic. You get an additional melee charge, really nothing more than that, and that makes it a little disappointing. They need to make this more interesting, maybe more skill-based, and it can be something useful. As far as the roll goes, you got hand cannon loader, you got melee attacks reduce grenade cooldown, which goes directly with it. Nice synergy with the exotic perk. And then you've got LMG and sniper scavenger, which is actually really nice. Both of these are things that people are interested these days. And the last thing to say is that Fire Sword makes you pick this up if you don't have it yet, because of the fact you can get an easier Nightfall as well as the higher scoring Nightfalls. And then the last thing, Fade Anagram, guaranteed an exotic that you don't have that is pre-Forsaken. You cannot get Forsaken items from this engram. And that's it. That's the Xur for you guys today. I've been waiting for a high five so damn long. These guys just refuse to give it to me. But yeah, that's the video for you guys today. Hope you guys did enjoy. My name's been Dychronic, and I will see you guys on the next one.